name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And I think it's fair to say we are living in strange times. I'm pretty sure I started my last video saying the same thing, but they are still very, very strange times. So, you know, what I'm thinking of right now is a few days ago, a person wearing a monkey mask, an ape mask, threw eggs at a black man because she hated him because he represented white supremacy in her head. This is the weird world we live in, right? This is the weird world. The black man in the question was Larry Elder, who I'm going to make a bizarre prediction about, right? So stick with the video. I'm going to make a very, very bizarre prediction, which we're going to find out in a few days if it's going to pan out or not. And I think it might well do. I think it might well do. But before we get into looking at this real, true, genuine insanity that we're living in, and you know, I'm convinced that if I could just take the news footage from today and take it back 5 years, maybe 10 years, people would look at it and go, "This has to be a parody. This is Saturday Night Live, isn't it? No, this cannot be real." Weird thing is, it is real. Okay, the weird thing is, it really is real. Fine, so we're going to be looking at, again, one of the weirdest examples of weirdness of 2021 that I couldn't even imagine this thing. That's how crazy it is. Before we get into it, can you hit the like button? Can you hit the share button? And the subscribe button? I'm going to ask you to all those things because YouTube doesn't want me making this video. In fact, YouTube really doesn't want me making any of my videos. They want me making videos because people watch them and then they charge advertisers money to put their stuff on the front, on the end of my videos. But they don't really want me making the videos because I don't think the same way as YouTube, right? I don't have the same worldview, and they're not very into differing opinions, right? There's something they don't really enjoy, they're not really up for. So can you hit the subscribe button? That really, really helps me. If you are subscribed, please make sure you're still subscribed. You're probably not. They took a bunch off me last night, and they are my last stream I did last Saturday night, they throttled that like nothing, right? I've never had a lower attended live stream, and I don't think it because it was garbage. Because there was nothing different about it. It was actually quite a good stream, right? I don't think there's anything particularly different about it. It got half the numbers that it normally does, which is weird, right? Which is really, 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 really weird. So, but as I said, we're living in strange times. So like, share, subscribe, comment. Comment is great. I got still got another 65 comments to reply to. I will reply to all your comments. I absolutely will. Well, I'm going to intend to anyway. Yeah, like, share, subscribe, comment. And if you want to be super nice, go check out my Indiegogo, which is going to print this week. I mean, the files are being the rest of the files are being uploaded today. These are two awesome graphic novels. We got Biblical, Bible Stories, Aces, Creationists, Rationalists, and Rogues, 240 pages long, and pretty darn freaking awesome, if I may say so myself. I wrote and drew this one. This is very, very biblically accurate, not preachy. I don't really want to convince you that I mean, I like people agreeing with me, but I don't need anybody to agree with me. So I really don't think it's preachy. I think it's a really darn cool story, which I hope you buy and enjoy. Actually, I just rewrote the last 2 pages of this. I'm so happy with that revision. I'm like George Lucas, baby. I keep going back and retouching things. And then there's this book, The Imperium, a love letter to telefans in 1960. Basically imagine James Bond, Doctor Who, Emma Peel, the Black Slab from 2001, and a monkey in a spacesuit. A bit of Prisoner, a bit of Thunderbirds. It's all there. Great little book, 120 pages long. This one's mostly uploaded to the printer, but there's something wrong with the pages. Like, I have to go and check through them to find where the error is. So if you get both books, you get a bunch of extras. You can get the extras on their own. First one, of course, is this wonderful poster. This is A2, which is 18 by 24. It's a big size poster. Noble Savages, lovely Leela, and Raquel Welch on the line that time has got. And I'm giving everybody a second poster as well, because we've done so incredibly well. So thank you very much, everybody. You can get this one, which is called Forever Young. It's the Fourth Doctor and Sarah Jane Smith growing old together in the TARDIS. It just brings a bit of a tear to my eye. I do like this one. Great Balls of Fire. You like a bit of John Pertwee. You like a bit of Capaldi. The Eyes have it. And, of course, we have a Bohemian Time and Space. And then you get the For the Male Gaze postcards. Again, you're only going to be able to get these on this campaign. So it's a series of postcards, which are my genre-related titillations of from when I was 12. Still work very well today. Still work very well today. So yeah, go ahead, go check it out. Thank you very much for your support and patronage. I'm genuinely, I can't look back in my Indigo. I'm just so touched by anybody. Thank you very much. And it's really, this is not me trying to make a sale. Thank you. It's what I'm trying to say. Genuinely, thank you. People who should really get used to saying thank you more. In fact, gratitude in general is a really important thing, but people who really should get used to saying thank you more are Hollywood celebrities. The problem with being a Hollywood celebrity is that you're super rich and powerful, and nobody's going to tell you that you're being an arsehole. Well, let me tell you, mate, you're being arseholes. You're being arseholes. So listen, so this is what's going down. Gavin Newsom is the, the governor of California, and he's done a breathtakingly bad job. Like a breathtakingly bad job. And so there's a recall effort going on now to basically say, kick him out of office. And when you do a recall, you're asked who would you like to replace him? And the number one candidate right now is a right-leaning gentleman by the name of Larry Elder. My God, I just had a real senior moment. I was like, what's going on? Where am I? Larry Elder, a black gentleman, right, who has been attacked once again as the black face of white supremacy. It's really quite disgusting. So, again, we're just in this, like, completely inverse reality where people who claim to be anti-racist are being super, super racist. Again, this guy, Larry Elder, just had eggs thrown at him by a woman in a monkey mask. Because he represented white supremacy and she didn't somehow. I will remind you, do you remember Roseanne Barr? She was completely cancelled because she compared Valerie Jarrett to an ape. And I don't think she was being racist about it. See, look, this is the way I look at things, right? And I don't know how anybody else looks at it the same way. I don't immediately go to the thing where I compare black people to apes. It's not a natural connection to me. I'm like, yeah. If somebody says that, I go, oh yeah, of course, right? I'm not saying no, that never happened. No, of course it did. But it's just like, it's not where my mind is. I don't think it's where Roseanne might is. I think she was saying she's a knuckle-dragging moron, rather than it was a racial epithet. But that was nothing. There was no coming back from that whatsoever. Cancel. Woman in an 8 mask hour throwing eggs at a black man. All fun and dandy, baby. All fun. Which just goes to show how ridiculous this all is. So anyway, I'm going to give you a prediction. I'm recording this on Sunday the 12th. I think the recall is on the 14th. I'm going to give you a prediction that Larry Elder will be the next governor of California. Now, how am I coming up with this bizarre prediction? Because it looks unlikely or 50-50 at best, right? So how am I coming up with this prediction? I look at things from, I'm a rabbi, I'm a real rabbi, right? And I look at things from a Kabbalistic point of view, and I found that to be an incredibly accurate way of understanding current events and predicting future events. The only one I really got wrong was the 2020 election, because I was completely of the belief that we are heading towards a messianic era. And weirdly enough, I believe the Trumpster was like this figure, was a quasi-messianic figure. I think it was the Messiah of the nation of Edom, if you want to go into that. Edom was Jacob's brother in the Bible, and the only way they described him was by being big and orange, right? They called him the Orange Man. I mean, I don't know. I think the Bible uses words for it. But hey, look, this is just my, and I admit it completely. This is my crazy hyper-religious point of view, right? So I figured that the world was just going to, just going violently against any Judeo-Christian value. And then Trump showed up as a kind of a champion for biblical values, which is weird because he's a kind of a sleazy guy. Like, if you want to tell me that he sleeps with porn stars, I'll be like, yeah, okay, I can believe that, right? If you want to tell me he sleeps with like children, I'm like, probably not, right? The porn star thing I can believe, right? The other one, not so much. But then the election didn't go the way, and the way that I thought it was going to go, and the way it looked like it was going. And the problem wasn't with my prediction model, because my problem was my my sheer ignorance of the generation of the messianic process. Because I think where we are, and again, if it's not your worldview, that's groovy, baby. Okay, and I understand it's probably not your worldview. But I think where we are is we've upset God. Okay, we've upset God quite a lot, and I think we triggered a end of days like apocalypse, right? I won't go into the reason why that happened, but part of that is in the final the end of days, the final days, the Satan. We call it the Satan in Judaism. The Satan, as a force, gets control over this world, right? Gets complete control of this world. We see a breathtaking corruption of every level of authority. And I think we just had the Jewish New Year, and I think each year has its own flavor. That previous year was again an abandonment of a betrayal of authority to those who respected it, right? And I think I've seen it just across the board in every way, shape, or form. But that's basically coming to an end, right? Because I think this is like messianic energy that was born on the Jewish date called Tisha B'Av, the 9th of Av. Which is when the Messiah is supposed to be born, right? And I've seen that happening and growing for the last couple of months. Then we had we had the Jewish month of Elul, which is the last month of the year, and that has the same energy as the coming year. And we saw in Elul like a dismantling of of this evil, right? What I call evil, like I think Cuomo being taken out was divine intervention. Listen, he killed what, 70,000, 80, like 150,000 people. People were like, yeah, no problem. He said he wanted to sleep with some women. They're like, oh, that's it. Your life's over, mate. All right. So neither of those things were good, by the way. But I think for looking at things from a spiritual perspective, I believe that essentially the whole messianic age, coming of a messianic age, is the death of the Satan. And I think Satan just didn't have enough power to protect Cuomo. And then we saw Biden, the Afghanistan fiasco, the worst thing. You know, I mean, like at this point, everybody's saying, wow, everything we said that was going to happen with Trump has actually happened with Biden, right? The disaster beyond disasters beyond disasters. Unless you're like, you can't deal with it yet. I mean, reality is what reality is, mate. So I think that's part of this messy. I think that's part of this flavor of the year. And then there was the floods and the fires and the tidal, all the other apocalyptic shit that's going down, right? Everything they say about the full horsemen of the apocalypse. You got flood, you got pestilence, you got famine. I mean, we have food shortages in America. It's so bizarre. It is so bizarre. So anyway, in keeping with that, I think that Gavin Newsom is going to not be able to be protected by the satanic forces. And by the way, I really don't think there's a guy, who's red with horns in the big one. Yeah! I think these are more ethereal forces that go out throughout the world, right? That control the world. But I don't think it's going to have the energy to protect Gavin Newsom. And I think Larry Elder will become the next governor. So we're going to find out in a couple of days, right? Am I right? Am I wrong? I guess we'll find out. But I wanted to get this video out now. Also, because it's freaking amazing. Because the absolute inverse of sanity and rationality that's going on with this. So, of course, lots of white people who say they hate racism have become super racist, trying to stop Larry Elder become a governor, because that will be bad for some reason. And again, Gavin Newsom has done a breathtakingly awful job. California's a disaster, an absolute disaster. So let's read this article. Woke Hollywood elitists attack Republican California governor candidate Larry Elder, encourage fans to vote no on recall effort against Gavin Newsom. So, Hollywood celebrities, dude, if you like somebody, keep your mouth shut, mate. I think that's probably what the thing you want to do most. So fine, let's just have a look at what's in these. So Elijah Wood, Bit Lord of the Rings action. Oh, it wasn't already something you considered. Vote no on California recall. Our state democracy depends on it. Why? Why does your democracy depend on being anti-democratic? I don't understand. Thank you. Thanks. Why? He thinks like, no, they will never, ever, ever explain it. Rosanna Arquette, look, Rosanna, okay, I come from the 80s. I had many a sweaty night thinking about Rosanna Arquette. You're not that hot anymore, baby. You're not that hot anymore, and so you don't really have as much latitude to talk bollocks in the same way you did. Vote no on California. Recall our life. Are you excited for a black man throwing off the white male patriarchy and breaking that glass ceiling? No, because that's all bullshit, isn't it? You don't give a damn about that at all, do you? No, you just want to win. Vote no on California recall. Our lives literally do depend on it. Again, citation. How does your life depend on it, right? Explain it to me. California must vote no on the California recall. We must stop the black man getting too uppity. Because, and again, this is Rosanna Arquette, not me. Because our lives truly depend on it. The alternative is death sentence for democracy. How? How is somebody democratically winning an election the death sentence for democracy? I'm intrigued to find out. Sarah Silverman, you make me ashamed that you're Jewish. You really do. Oh, God, she's so stupid. Vote no on this mother effer recall! It doesn't matter that he's destroyed the state and ruined billions of people, hundreds of thousands of people's lives, millions of lives. The ballot in your mail. Vote no, that's all. Send her in. If Republicans find this recall grift works, they'll do it everywhere. Yes, they'll try and get the will of the people. And again, don't get me wrong. I don't like Republicans. I think they are completely pathetic and useless, right? I want to be absolutely clear. I just think, pathetic and useless is somewhat better than pure evil, right? So that's basically Static comedian D.L. Hughley comes in and says, the best GOP could do in California recall is Caitlyn Jenner and Larry Elder, both people who you wave flags for and say are the greatest ever, up until they didn't toe the line. Again, bit too uppity for you, weren't they? One is famous for losing her dick. Again, how are you able to say this? This is cancelable. The other is famous for being one. Again. How are you're dead naming, or you're referring, again, all these things are completely verboten. Again, if any of you were honest in any way, shape or form. Billy Eichel says, just voted in CA. Early voting starts today. My ballot never came, so I went in person. Ooh, because I'm such a big boy. Get out and vote no if you are in California, or else we'll have an anti-vax slump the bowl there running CA. Okay. I've had three jabs, right? I have 3 jabs. I'm happy to have them. I'm at higher risk getting corona than not. So for me, I think it was the right thing. Also, culturally in Israel, everybody's just getting the jab. Basically, everybody was like, yeah, shut up, we'll just do it. That being said, so I don't think I'm an anti-vaxxer, but I think compelling people to what to do with their own bodies, essentially, and it's basically black people. The majority of people that are not vaccinated are black people. Why? Because exactly the same arseholes spent a better part of 4 years saying Trump's the worst ever, and spent most of a year saying, ew, don't take the Trump vaccine, he's got cooties in it, it will do weird things. Yeah, so, and now they're like, oh, screw off, I'm not going to trust you. And quite frankly, looking at the disaster that Joe Biden has made of America in 7 months. I mean, the border crisis, the economy, the inflation, in 7 months. I'm supposed to trust him on anything? Again, and I've had 3 bloody jabs. Who else we got? Barack Obama. Okay, yes, Mr. Diversity. California, you've got a big choice to make on September 14th, and everything is on the line. Yeah, I think it. And again, I hope my prediction is right. Your vote could be difference between protecting our kids or putting them at risk. Your kids aren't at risk from Corona, mate. Okay, kids, it's just nonsense. Helping Californians recover or taking us backwards. How is somebody who's destroyed the state not taking them backwards? Vote no on the Republican recall. Yeah, okay. Julie Louis drivers. President Biden, that brain trust. Okay, but do you remember Afghanistan? You remember that one? You remember when he gave $85 billion worth of armaments to the Taliban, a terrorist organization, making them, I think, the 7th largest army in the world, right? Like, it just happened, mate. Governor Gavin Newsom is leading California through unprecedented crisis. He is a partner in fighting the pandemic and helping build our economy back better. How? How's it being built back better? The economy is in tatters. How's it being built back better? I'd love to know, again, citation. To keep it on job, registered voters should vote no on recall by 9/14 and keep California moving forward into the sea. And Julie Louise Driver says, amen. Yes, okay, not that you believe in God. And again, listen, mate, Mark Hamill, love Luke Skywalker, didn't like Rise of Skywalker or that garbage one that you went. And I think you're a massive arsehole. Why didn't you just keep playing a space wizard with a magic sword, right? I think that's your sweet spot in life. Thinking, not for you, mate, not for you. The Republicans spent $250 million plus taxpayers' money. By the way, how much was the everything you did to stop Trump doing anything for 4 years? How much money did you waste on that? Oh no, that was important because Trump was the worst ever, right? The absolute worst ever. And then again, everything you said was going to happen in the world has happened with Biden. Really? Have you not noticed that? I don't think you have. Instead of waiting for regularly scheduled election next year. Why? Because everybody hates him. Because he's the worst ever. Because he's done a terrible, terrible job. Because they can't win in California based on policies. Really? Okay, you know what? Let's see some voter ID laws be actually adhered to. And then we'll see who can't win without cheating, mate. Voter suppression. Again, why do you think black people can't get IDs? Why are you that racist, right? Why do you think black people shouldn't have autonomy over their bodies? Which is, essentially the a vaccine mandate. Why? Because you're a racist, right? Why do I think you're racist? Because you're from Hollywood. And Hollywood people have no good virtues whatsoever. They are all evil, racist pieces of human garbage. Me Too happened in Hollywood because it was in Hollywood, right? Is there any more of this? Alyssa Milano, of course, that brain trust. Here's how to turn Texas into hashtag vote no on the bullshit recall. Don't let them recall our governor. Okay, and Josh Gad, another brilliant mind. September 14th is almost here, California. You have to vote. Have you voted no on recall? California recall yet? Again. Stop the black man. Stop the black man. Oh, we can't have a black man in charge. You never know. They'll get ideas about the station, won't they, Josh, mate? If not, please do so now. It will take every last one of us to prevent this catastrophe from happening. Again, I'm going to get a bit more biblical on you now. There's this bit in the Bible where Abraham has got about 300 students with him, and he goes to war against 4 heavily armed kings. And they say, and he ends up winning, by the way. So they said, so listen, why did you think you could win that? He said, no, I couldn't win a thing. There's no way. There is no way I could possibly win against these 4 armies, right? They outnumber me completely. I can't do it. Me and God, my odds are pretty good. And I think Larry Elder and God's, it's also pretty good. Without God, he's sunk, right? And I think, again, that's going to be the feeling of the year, right? We call it TUM, the taste of the year. that we're going to see God around a little bit this year and dismantling all the insanity, or not. You know, I like to get this video out now so I can say if I am right, I can go, oh, look at me, I know what I'm talking about. So Bette Midler, another moron. California got your recall ballot. If you don't vote no, Larry Elder has a legit shot at winning. Oh, Larry Elder. Remember him? The guy dumped his fiancée because she says he threatened her with a gun. Well, that sounds like pretty good if I'm engaged to somebody and she threatens me with a gun, I don't think I'm going through with a wedding, right? That's it. So that seems like reasonable, right? Doesn't that seem reasonable? You have to vote like hell because you know that just makes GOP love him more. Yeah, well, you have to all vote like hell because, you know, okay, whatever. The California has been a colossal waste of time and money. Oh, really? Again, do you not remember the Russian investigation? Oh, and do you remember that colossal waste of time and money that never happened with the auditing all those very, very dodgy election results in 2020? Do you remember that? I don't, because that never happened, did it? But it only takes 1 second to vote no. The stamp to... Okay, wouldn't you love to see these people's asses handed to them? Wouldn't you love to see their faces in the meltdown? And I think that's what we're going to see a lot of this year. Again, Jewish year. We just started. The stamp to send back your ballot is already paid for. Seriously, it's easier than flossing. No, flossing is definitely easier. Assuming you have floss handy. Which you should also be doing. But we'll talk about that later. Hashtag vote. Ron Perlman, I couldn't care less what you think, mate. Vote no on upcoming recall. P.S. F you, GOP. Well, with reasoned arguments like that, how can he lose? And Gary Newsom, look, Gary Newsom is essentially, the main character, the main guy from American Psycho. He's nutball, mate. He's an absolute nutball. Mark Ruffalo. God. Biggest douchebag. Anyway, California vote now on recall. This makes me want him to lose more than anything else. It's a sly attempt by Trump allies and anti-union special interests to install a right-wing Republican as governor. When you get your ballot email, vote no recall and return it promptly. I think you're about to get your answers, your asses handed to them. Who is this? Vax Team Pfizer Porky. Who else is this? Oh, Dave Bautista. God, another one. All these people scared of a black man. Again, I'm just saying the facts, mate. This is even bigger than California. Trumplicans are doing everything they can to overturn elections. They don't go their way. Listen, mate. All you got to do is prove your point. Just go and audit those ballots. Let's make sure they're all kosher, and we're fine. Why is it you don't want to do that? I think it's because you know you're full of shit, right? That's my opinion, but that's what I think. As if gerrymandering is enough, they're aggressive, they're desperate, and they have no bottom. Really? How do they go to the bathroom, man? Don't let this happen! I think we're going to let it happen. Alec Baldwin, what another moron. Is California on the verge of recalling another struggling yet capable governor with another opportunistic phony who has the political depth of a bottle cap? Why is he so stupid? He's black. I thought Black Lives Matter, mate. You don't this one doesn't? No. California's recall law is preposterous, even danger. Larry Elder is a dangerous idiot. I mean, Trump levels dangerous. Again. You told me Trump would be the worst ever. You told me he would destroy the world. Have you looked out your window recently? Do you remember Afghanistan? It was about a month ago, right? Have you seen the inflation? Have you seen the southern border? Have you seen the food shortages? Have you seen the labor shortages? Have you seen the economy? No, because this is all what you said was going to happen under Trump, and it's all happened under Biden very, very, very quickly. Again, this is just reality. Now on the recall. George Guy, oh my. You some supporters, if the ballot for California recall is sitting on your counter unmailed, you are disappointing me. I don't give a shit, mate. You don't want to disappoint me, do you? I don't care. Vote no, do it today. And if you haven't done it, no excuses. Okay, how many more of them? Okay, this last one. I don't even know who this is. Who's Kate Cagle? Maybe we'll say this. It's also worth mentioning that Elder was recently attacked by a violence actor wearing a gorilla mask. Yeah. As of writing this, none of the celebrities mentioned have either condemned or addressed the cowardly, seemingly racist attack. Which is quite hypocritical because then some of these celebrities have actually supported the Black Lives Matter movement. That's very true. So Kate Hagel, whoever she is, breaking a flying egg narrowly misses a recall candidate Larry Elder's head after thrown by an actor wearing a gorilla mask in Venice. The scuffle broke out and the candidate was according to FTG. Here's the raw, pun intended, CWF, whatever. So, okay, I still don't know who she is. I still don't know who she is, but she doesn't seem to be one of the crazy. So there you go. There you go. Just imagine this video to be a little time capsule. Little time capsule of insanity. Because we're living in crazy times. My name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. And ring the little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.